Hey everyone, Anthony here, and welcome to my second gaming setup video. Alright, thanks for modeling. You did a good job. Goodbye.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it.
For those of you who don't know, at the beginning of the year I released a tour of my setup, and in it I said that I'd like to turn it into a series. The video did pretty well, at least from my humble channel, and now here we are, part 2 is finally happening, and I'm pretty excited. The general idea of this series is to kind of just document the evolution of my setup, show off any new gadgets that I've added, and talk about my plans and ideas for the future. Now, real quick, this video is going to be centered around the immediate vicinity of my setup, but I do have a lot going on in the rest of my room as well. A complete room tour sounds like an interesting video to do sometime this summer. Comment down below, let me know if you're interested. Also, I got a few comments in my last setup video asking how I was able to afford everything. That is something I will be addressing at the end of the video, so be sure to stick around for that. But without any further ado, let's finally get into the setup. Quick recap if you didn't see the first video. This desk is completely homemade. I paid for the materials myself, and my grandfather helped me put it all together. It's pretty much just a slab of oak plywood with table legs attached, but it is huge, 7 feet long, which is really what matters to me. Then, of course, we have my two monitors. This one is an LG 29-inch ultra-wide, and this one is just an old TV. Then we've got my PC down here, a little dusty, as you can see. And then we've got these guys, my new speakers. So these speakers are the most recent addition to my setup. These are the Mackie CR3 limited edition creative reference multimedia monitors. Now, I can't claim to be an expert on audio, but I do know that these are not average speakers. The purpose of studio monitors like these are to provide clean and accurate sound, mainly for things like video editing or music production. So far, these speakers have been pretty good. The sound is definitely a lot clearer and more detailed than my previous pair from Logitech. As you can see, the speakers are pretty big, but believe it or not, they're actually the smallest version available, so I'm pretty glad that I was able to fit them in. The speakers also come with these foam pads that are supposed to help with sound quality somehow, so yeah, I guess that was a pretty nice little freebie. Now, I did talk a lot about my peripherals in part 1, but just in case, here's the rundown. My keyboard is the E-Element Z77 with custom grade keycaps. My mouse is the MX Master 2S, very nice mouse right here, built like a tank, a bit cliche, but yeah, it's accurate, and it's also very comfortable. So the mouse pad is from Koonce. I already covered the monitors, and I will be talking about PC specs later in the video for all of you nerds. So that was all of the big stuff, and now we're gonna start getting into the smaller accessories. So back in March, I added this Captain Marvel poster to complete this poster lineup. Captain Marvel was decent as Marvel movies go, I guess, but I did like the poster, so hey. Another recent addition to my setup is this Google Home Mini in dark gray. How's it going?
Life's pretty good when I'm helping you out.
I also have a salt lamp right here. If you guys watched part 1, you may remember that the bulb was dead, but it's fixed now, and that's what that looks like. Now, underneath the salt lamp is where it gets interesting. So, this is an old stereo receiver that I got from my grandparents when they moved. What is it? This is a Scott R36S. If you couldn't tell, it's not plugged in right now, but when it is plugged in, it makes for a pretty cool radio. My tablet also has a permanent home on my desk now. I think it's dead, is it? Come on. There we go, 5% battery, sheesh. Alright, so this is a Fire HD8 tablet. It's from Amazon, and it was crazy cheap. I think I paid about $100 for it, but it's even cheaper now. It starts at like 80. But yeah, it's sitting here. This is its home. There you go. That's good enough. Okay, so all of this right here is also new since part 1. This is poster paper from Target. 90 cents a piece, I think, so really cheap. And I have several different colors right here. I've got orange on top, blue, then yellow, and red, and white. In theory, these are all supposed to be used as a backdrop for overhead product shots. I haven't done too many tech reviews on my channel, so I haven't used these as much as I would have liked. But yeah, we'll have to see how it turns out. Even if I don't end up using it, it was really cheap. They still look cool, so there's that. Right next to the paper, I've got this right here, which incidentally is also from Target, but this is my quick grab basket. So basically just things that I need to be able to just grab and go. So my RGB remote, my wallet, earbuds, multi-tool, slash knife. Let me get that to focus. There we go. A lock, earbuds, screwdriver, keys, this thing, yeah. Okay, so directly underneath all of this is of course my PC, and this drawer right here. What's inside? Well, let's check the labels. Uh-oh, looks like it's top secret. Down here, middle secret. At the bottom, you guessed it, bottom secret. Ha 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 ha. Right here, I've got these massive boxes of photo paper, which were for a class that I took. Good photo paper is not cheap, guys. Like, each of, like, I think this one, what's this? This one is Ultra Premium Photo Paper Luster. Yeah, that one, this was $100. And this one was like this glossy one. I think it was like 50. So yeah, if you want to print photos, it's not cheap. Speaking of photos, go follow my Instagram at anthony.koonce. Okay, finally, at long last, we get to my PC. Okay, so there's a bit of a story behind this PC. When I first bought it, it was literally the cheapest gaming PC at Best Buy, and it was on sale. So I got this guy for crazy cheap, like 400 bucks, which for a gaming PC is really good. And since I bought it, I have been upgrading it a little bit. As of right now, let's see if I can remember this off the top of my head. This PC has an 8-core Ryzen 7, 16 gigabytes of RAM. It still does have the stock graphics card, which is an RX 560. 2 gigabytes of video memory, I think, which is like really bad, but it does do the job. It powers my monitors miraculously since one of them is an ultra wide. But yeah, it's worked out. If I were to buy this PC as is from Best Buy, they would probably charge me $1,000 or more, but the total cost for me, original PC and then a few upgrades later down the line, came out to a lot less than $1,000, maybe even less than $800. So I definitely got a really good deal with this. And actually, if we take a look this way, you can see my atrocious cable management. Okay, so on second thought, I probably shouldn't have shown you guys that. So, yeah, moving on. Okay, now that the setup tour is done, only one question remains. How did I afford everything? So, the short answer that I've been giving everyone is years of patience. When me and my brother first moved into this room, I was 12 or 13. I'm 16 now, and I really wanted to have a nice computer setup. So I made do with what I had, which was a couple of old laptops and this TV right here. Then, as you would probably expect, anytime I had money, like birthday money, Christmas money, even gift cards, all of that went toward my setup. Some of the money came from various jobs as well, stuff like watching my neighbor's pets. In the summer, I also worked for my grandfather, so a lot of money comes from there as well. So yeah, that was pretty much how I was able to afford everything. Just a quick reminder that if you're interested in a full room tour, please let me know in the comments. As for part 3 of this series, I have no idea when it's gonna come. It's probably gonna be whenever I have enough new and interesting upgrades to justify a video. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you in my next video. Wait, don't go just yet. I can't believe that I went the whole video and almost forgot the most important part. This guy. Setups aren't gonna defend themselves, so I've gotta have something to keep my siblings away. I love this thing.